Hi, I'm Marie Hejl. Welcome to Cooking with Marie. Today we have a wonderful special guest, Tyson Cole. He's the executive chef at Uchi, which is a Japanese restaurant here in Austin, Texas. And Tyson has a really very interesting life story. He started out as a dishwasher at a separate Japanese restaurant about 15 years ago and is now known as one of the best chefs in America. So we are really excited to have him here, and Tyson, I'm going to let you take it from there.
Fantastic. First of all, it's great to be here. It's a wonderful home here.
Thank you.
Wonderful kitchen, great setup. Excited to make some fantastic Japanese food. Well, first of all, the first ingredient you're going to need for ceviche is obviously some type of seafood. There are scallop ceviches, lobster ceviches, but today we're going to use fish.
Great.
The fish we're using is called Suzuki in Japanese, which is a striped bass.
Oh, yum. I love bass. Is that the same as sea bass? Is that?
Same as sea bass. There are various kinds of sea bass.
Oh, okay.
But it's kind of like how in Japanese tuna is called maguro, but it's all kinds of tuna. It's one name for tuna.
Right, okay.
Same thing with sea basses. There are all kinds of different kinds.
Okay.
This is specifically a farm-raised sea bass. And I
actually, do you want to grab that?
I flew one in today.
Wow.
From the Northeast coast.
Wonderful. So we're having some very fresh seafood.
Just wanted to talk a little bit about the fish itself, and so the people out there can have a better idea of when they go to, again, try to procure some kind of seafood, especially fish.
Yeah.
Little telltale signs that they can make sure of before purchasing it.
Great, because this to me, so just seeing this, it's intimidating. Like I don't know what to look for.
Whole fish with the head on it and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
You can actually move the mouse and it'll try to kiss you too.
Oh God. Okay.
First of all, whole fish. When you buy any sort of fish, when it's still intact, when it's still whole, is the best way to purchase it because it hasn't oxidized yet.
Really?
The flesh on fish, once air hits it, it gets dry. The skin does and the flesh, and you lose all of the texture and all of the flavor. So when you buy fish at the market, the best way to do it is always to buy whole fish.
Really?
And fillet it yourself at home.
Well,
and for that, I'm also going to teach you how to fillet fish today as well.
Great, because I've never bought a whole fish myself, so this will be a great learning experience.
And if the filleting part is a little intimidating to you, you can also cook the whole thing just like this too, on the grill.
Oh, that would be tasty.
Stuff the inside. That's delicious.
Okay. Well, so
things to look for are the eyes, clarity in the eyes, where they look clear, like it's basically still alive. The flesh, if it's firm to the touch. If that is firm. If it has no resiliency and it doesn't bounce back, that means it's fairly old.
Is this not firm to you?
This is pretty firm.
Yeah, that feels firm. But that's what we want, right?
Yeah, you definitely want it to be firm.
You want firm. Okay,
if it's not resilient, that's what you don't want. If it's kind of squishy. Don't you love that word, squishy?
Squishy.
Yeah. And then also, you want to look at the gills inside. The gills should be a bright red or almost a purple.
Yes, those are red.
That means the fish is very, very fresh. Again, this is where it was breathing from.
Wow.
If you open the gills up and they're brown, don't buy the fish.
Really?
Exactly.
Great.
Luckily enough, one of the markets here, the Whole Foods market downtown, they display most of their fish out in the open on ice.
Okay.
So you can actually go there and maybe you bring some little wet naps with you to wipe your hands when you're done. But you can actually
Now, what about scales? Is there anything about shininess, or this is beautiful.
The more resilient that the scales are, and again, if it looks anything where it's tainted, like not bright and shiny,
right?
Because when you pull fish right out of the water, it's always very shiny,
right?
So it should have that look as well. And the last thing you really need to check, and this is the fun part, is you need to smell it. If it smells like fish, that means it's not good.
Oh, it's not fishy
at all. It should smell clean.
Yeah, it does.
Should smell clean like the ocean.
Yeah, that's nice.
Definitely.
Great.
What makes fish fishy, smell fishy, or taste fishy is when it starts to break down and it hasn't been in water for a while. That's a real misconception, especially with Americans. I've found that a lot of people say that have never tried sushi specifically, don't want to try it because they don't like fish because it's fishy.
Right.
But straight raw fish, none of the oils have come out. It's not cooked.
Yeah. So
it's not the least bit fishy. It's actually very clean tasting, and it's a nice accent for a dish like this.
Great. Well, I love it. So I'm excited.
So we've got this fish. Just a little bit on the dish again. It's a ceviche.
Okay.
We have all the ingredients out here. I'm not sure what we can see on the camera. You can see all these in the shot.
Yeah, why don't you just walk us through each one so we can...
I've got
some interesting stuff here.
My food, especially being based on traditional Japanese food, is all about three things: textures, temperatures, and tastes.
Great.
So varying those, especially in a summertime setting like it is right now in the middle of July, you really want something really tight, clean, refreshing, that kind of thing. So we've got things that are in season right now, especially tomatoes. Are about 3 kinds of tomatoes today.
Wonderful.
We've got some yellow heirlooms, some currants, and some yellow teardrop tomatoes.
Wonderful.
We've also have some, these are called loquats, which are similar to a kumquat, where you can eat the whole thing. We've got some yellow bell peppers and some pluots, which is a marriage of a plum and an apricot.
Wonderful. And I guess you could probably get all of these at maybe a specialty grocery store.
You could buy any of these at a local specialty grocery store, definitely. So.
Wonderful.
So let's move into filleting the fish, and we'll kind of assemble the dish as it goes.
Okay.
Go on that way with some of the spices and some of the food.
Sounds good.
Yes? Okay.
Yep, go ahead and get started.
So first thing on filleting the fish is you want to have the head side. Obviously, this is the tail. Head side on the right if you're right-handed.